لله رب العالمين وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. This is the second part and not the first part on the refuted individual in this book, and it's also lesson 7. Please correct that from here and onwards. So on the wazn of fa'ala, we have ضمن يضمن إضمن ضمان, to guarantee something. So it can mean to guarantee something, like ضمان is a guarantee, and you also have the meaning of include. So the person who is guaranteeing is ضامن. It's used very often in the books of fiqh, in matters where, you know, when something is broken, who has to carry the responsibility. So, you know, it's spelled by who is daminun. And then you have madmunun, which is the matter which is guaranteed or included. But in this particular context here, it means included. You know, like if I'm not mistaken in the lesson, it is madmunul kitab. It means what is the content of the book. So included, the content. Then on the wazn of ifta'ala, you have ishtamala. That is a synonym of ضمن in this meaning of include. يشتمل على أو يضمن أو يحتوي. All these are synonyms for this meaning. So اشتمل يشتمل اشتمل اشتمال مشتمل. You say الكتاب مشتمل على كذا مسألة. The book includes so many topics, and mushtamalun is the maf'ul. Then on the wazn of fa'ala, you have kafa, yakfi, ikfi, to be enough, right? To be sufficient. Very commonly used in Arabic. The word is, however, not used in the same manner in English. So we say this is enough in English. In Arabic, we say, this suffices. The word sufficiency, or, you know, the fact of being enough, sufficient, kifayatun. Then in the book, in the paragraph, we have the word kafi or kafin. It's a ism manqus, which originally is kafi, but we take away the ya according to the rulings of al-ism al-manqus. Then the thing which is maf'ul is makfi. Then on the wazn of af'ala, we have akhraja. In the word akhraja, you can see those three letters, kha, ra, jim. From kharaja yakhruju khurujun, to go out. Akhraja, as we said, the wazn of af'ala is a ta'addi. You make something else go out. Right? So akhraja yukhriju akhrij ikhrajun. The fact of taking something out, making something go out. Mukhrijun, you've heard this word for sure in the context of apostasy, an action which is disbelief. We call it mukhrijun min al-millah. It makes the person exit the fold of the religion. And the maf'ul is mukhrajun, the thing which is made to exit. Then on the wazn of fa'ala, we have qaddama. So the original thulathi is qadima. It means to come forward. Qaddama, as we said, fa'ala is a ta'diya, is to put something forward. So qaddama, it's used, for example, to say, to write an introduction. The introduction is called a muqaddima. Right? And the person who is writing is muqaddimun. The particular book that we're reading right now, it has a muqaddima of Sheikh Salih al-Fawzan. So he is muqaddimun to this book. He is putting something forward for this book. But it is also used as in like the actions that you're putting forward. What is coming from you, be it good or bad. Like in the ayah that you know, Ya laytani qaddamtu li hayati, or if only I had put something forward for my life. So the person who is doing so is muqaddimun, and the thing which is put forward is muqaddamun, which is also used for a rank in military in Arabic language, al-muqaddam, which is, I believe, colonel or lieutenant. But anyway, it's out of the scope of what we're dealing with. Ifta'ala, we have ijtama'a, from the word that you can see jim, mim, ayn, which is jama'a, to put something together. Ifta'ala, we said from the meanings of ifta'ala is al-mutawa'a, meaning that the action is put onto yourself. So ijtama'a is not to put things together, but to come together. Ijtama'a an-nas, the people came together. So that's ijtama'a yajtami'u, ijtima'un, the gathering or the meeting. Mujtami'un, the people doing so, they're mujtami'una. And then we have al-mujtama'. Now al-mujtama'u is in Arabic is used to describe or to express a society. A society, we call it a mujtama'. Why? Because this is a place where people live together. Then on the wazn of fa'ala, we have wasafa, yasifu, sif, wasfun, and sifatun. Characteristic. So wasafa, it means to describe. You've heard this a lot in the books of Aqidah. Ma wasafa Allahu bihi nafsahu, that what Allah has described His own self with. So here in the book we have yasifu, which is the mudari'. The person describing is wasifun, very rarely used, but the thing which is described is mawsufun, described. Then on the wazn of fa'ala we have kharaja, to go out, yakhruju, ukhruj, khurujun, and makhrajun. Right? The fact of going out, or al-makhraju, is the exit. The person going out is kharijun. So we can say that for going out or being out. And we also say al-khariju, to say outside. Aina fulan? Fulanun fil kharij. Yani he is abroad. He's outside of the country, for example. And then we have makhrujun, very rarely used. On the wazn of fa'ala, we have dakhala yadkhulu, the opposite of kharaja, to enter. Udkhul, and likewise dukhulun and madkhalun. So dukhulun is the fact of entering, and madkhalun is the entry. The person who is entering or who is inside is dakhilun. Aina fulanun dakhil al-bayt. He is inside the house. And we have madkhulun, which is used in certain fiqh matters related to marriage. Fa'ala, we have nasaba, which means to attribute. Like the word nasabun, it is used to express kinship. Right? Ma nasabu fulan, what is his kinship, or fulan min, I don't know, Qahtan. And he goes back to the tribe of Qahtan. So, nasaba yansibu, to attribute something to something else. Insib, nisbatun, attribution, affiliation, and nasabun, kinship. Nasibun and mansubun. The word mansubun is used to express or to say that somebody is affiliated to something. So, on the wazn of fa'ala, we have harrafa, yuharrifu. Alright, so the word harfun has a number of meanings. So, the word that you know is harfun as in a letter. Alif, ba, ta, those are the huruf of the Arabic language. But harfun, it also means the edge of something. And harrafa, it's like you are making the edge go, or going to the edge, or beyond the edge, or you are changing the direction of the edge. So harrafa is very often used to express falsification. Like harraf al-kalam, he has changed the speech of the person, he has not quoted him correctly. but purposefully. You have tasheefun, which is like a wrong copy, but harrafa, that means that he has clearly, purposefully changed the wordings and the meaning of the person that he quoted. So harrafa yuharrifu tahrifun, and the person doing so is muharrifun, and the thing which it is done to is muharrafun. Then we have on the wazn of fa'ala dallasa yudallisu dallis tadlisun. Now tadlisun is a word that you will see in matters related to narration of ahadith. Tadlis is when you're not outright lying, but you're kind of like saying something ambiguous, which makes the listener understand something, but you mean something else. And this is a very, very blameworthy action. It's, for example, let's say you're at home and I don't know, your father-in-law calls and he's asking to speak to his daughter, and you say she's not here. And you kind of like say she's not here in the room where I am right now, but she's right there in the next room. Right? So she's not here. Yeah, in a way she's not there in the room where you are, but what the person understands when you say is she's not here, that she's not at home. That's what it's understood automatically from what you're saying, right? And the meaning that you're implying is just what you made up in your mind, but not what the listener would understand. So that is a form of tadlis, and like some of the Salaf said, at-tadlis akhul kadhib. Tadlis is the brother of lying. So the person doing so is mudallisun, and what it is done to is mudallasun. Then you have labbasa, also on the wazn of fa'ala. Here you can see the three words lam, ba, and sin, which comes from libas, clothes. So labbasa, it means that you are putting a layer onto something else. So labbasa al-haq bil-batil is that there is batil, but you put a layer of some haq on top of it in order to camouflage this batil. That is what is meant by talbis. So labbasa yulabbisu labbis talbisun, which is of course a highly blameworthy action. The person doing so is mulabbisun, and the maf'ul is mulabbasun. That's it for this lesson. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.